Okay, now I'm going to open the your file week 3 A2 copy, and as you can see, I've loaded it. This is what comes up when I load it, and I am going to zoom out, and this is what it looks like. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Go back there. So you can see there's your building. Now what I need to do is group the elements that make up your building. So I'm going to go in and select the geometry. So I'll go in and select all by type and say geometry. And then I will open the outliner, which is under Windows, outliner. And then I'm going to go up and just make sure that your image planes aren't selected, because the last time I tried to do this they were. Okay, well, if they are, they are. I can take care of them there. Okay, so Control G groups the item, and we can just rename the group. I'm just gonna name it house group, and that'll be good. And then I know I'm going to have to scale it down a lot, so I'm going to scale it to 0.1 here, and we'll just do that in all directions. And now what I'm going to do is save that out. So I'll say File, Export Selection, and I'm going to call it House and I'm going to say export, and that'll be in the technical visualization folder. And then I'm going to go ahead excuse me, and save scene as, because it's always a good idea to do that. So I'm going to call it copy to. And once that's done, I'm going to open the scene that we were working on before, which I called House Settings. Or sorry, Sample House Setup. And I'm going to do a couple of things here. Oh, that's good. Okay, what I'm going to do is hide these two planes, and I'm just going to say Display, Hide, Selection, which would be Control H. And now this one will just be there and ready for us to use. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to import what we saved before, and that was in Technical Visualization, and we called it the export. So I'm going to import the export. And it's huge! Even though I thought I saved it down to 1/10 scale, actually I did. It's a lot smaller than it was. So you'll notice that what happened is I don't think it's grouped anymore, but let's just double check that. I'll go to the outliner, and oh, there it is. Okay, so what we can do is we can scale the group. We just have to have it selected that way. So we'll just take this and scale it on down. Actually, last time I had to take it down to about 0.01, so let me just take it down 0.001. Now that might be too tiny, but let's see where it ends up. Yeah. Okay, and we're going to have to rotate it, so let's see. There we go. Now, we can scale it up. And I'm going to make this, let's do just the overhead for the moment. so we can get a little bit better handle on what's going on here. So what I'm going to do again is go to X-ray, and we'll hit X-ray there, and let's see, I'm going to need to move this a little bit. It's a little hard to see. It looks like it's a little crooked. Well, now you got the idea for it. It looks close, but it looks like you're going to need to do some tweaking on the model. So we'll save it where we are. So I'll go to Save As, and I'm going to call this Sample House Setup, Sample House Scale. Or how about ReScale? Then you'll know what it is. And now we have to do it for the sides as well. Remember, the two sides that are there are not to scale. They're smaller than what we saw before, so we have to have the other one showing. So I'm going to come over to the side view. As you recall, that's our house, and I need to have the side plane showing. So first, the bottom plane doesn't matter that much at this point. So what I'm going to do is show the side plane, and in order to do that I have to hit Shift H, and there's the side plane. And I want to make sure that it's textured. So there's the texture. And what you can see on this is that the angle and the height are just a little bit different from what you have. It looks like the height only comes up to here, so you're going to need to scale it in the vertical dimension as well. And in this case, we're just going to pull it down like that. And you can also see that we probably need a little bit of horizontal scaling yet, but maybe not. You might have to do it detail by detail. Anyway, that's the height. I imagine you want to move some of this stuff out because the furniture and stuff is still in there. And the furniture is not to scale, but you have the grid now, so you should be able to edit your furniture so it actually is a realistic scale, like a couch is 5 or 6 feet long, or 4 feet if it's a love seat.